Hello guys, Sapphire Mar. So I'm here with the review of the next episode of Siren. Um, in this episode, we're dealing with the aftermath of what happened last episode, which was the death of Xander's father. So in this episode, we're having the funeral and of course the wake. So we've seen all the characters, preparing for the funeral. We see Ren. She's because she's learning about human behavior and human interactions. She notices that, Ben is putting on this tie and everything, and that Maddie's wearing black. So she asks the question, like, why are you doing this? And so Maddie kind of has to explain, how humans bury their loved ones and grieve for their loved ones. And so what happens is Ben ends up, because, he's in a state of pain, he's in grief. Ben kind of feels responsible for the death of Xander's father because he felt that he could have prevented them, because he knew they was, for one, they was chasing, they were trying going after the mermaids, and as we know, as Ben knows, that when they're in the water, they're highly dangerous. When they're in the water, their instinct is just to kill. So he says, he makes a comment that Donna and the mermaids are probably just they're, animals and stuff, which we see hurts Ren. And then he just like tells Maddie, I'm gonna wait for you outside. And so then Ren asks Maddie, does Ben see me this way? Does Ben see me as an animal and a predator? And Maddie tells her that he's just grieving right now, because a lot of times when we're upset and stuff, our emotions get the best of us. We say a lot of things we don't really mean. And so Ren, that kind of, those words obviously hurt Ren. And so then we go off into the funeral. Everybody meets up at the dock at the North Star. They have the funeral. They say the fisherman's prayer, and then everybody touches the boat, and then they go to the bar called the Anchor, for the wake. And so Ren is pretty much watching everything from a distance. Then we go inside the Anchor. Everybody's talking amongst each other, because you remember the good times you had with your with your loved ones and stuff like that. And so what I found interesting in this particular scene is, while we have this situation going on, we see this is interaction between Ben's dad and Helen, which had me thinking, like, wait a minute. Okay, so she comes over to him, right? And she's like, I didn't receive my paycheck. And he's like, I'll book her for the family trust. We got somebody new for the family bookkeeper for the trust. He's like, okay. And she's like, okay. Oh, because she want to help out with some sort of expenses. And she said, we're practically family. So I'm like, wait a minute. What she mean by we practically family? And why does she need money out the family trust? You know what I'm saying? So, because she says practically her. So my theory, okay, I got like 3 different theories. One just popped up in my head. Okay, my first theory is that Ben is her son, but I'm like, that can't be right. That can't be true. Ben, because Helen is a little bit more melanated, and Ben would have to have some slightly tannish in his complexion. So I'm guessing it's not Ben. But then I'm like, okay, what if it's Maddie? Because we know Maddie, we know the sheriff is her stepfather. We know that for a fact. And we know her mom is missing. So I'm like, what if Maddie was adopted by the woman she thinks is her mother, and now that woman's missing? And the sheriff has been taking care of her. I'm like, and I thought that because like that would kind of make sense, because the wife, Ben's mom, kind of has this, she really don't like Maddie. So like, what if that is the reason? But I'm like, no, because I don't think they would let Ben date Maddie if that was the case. So I'm like, that cannot be it. So then I thought, wait a minute, what was the other theory that just popped in my head? What if I thought about what if Xander is her kid? But I'm like, nah, that's too much. That's too much. So anyway, I was like literally 3 theories there was like literally 3 theories I could think of. But then another one just popped in my head. She said, but practically family is a family trust. So because we know for a fact Helen is a mermaid, right? We know for a fact that she is a mermaid. What if Helen is related to Ben? Not as like a mother, but what if she is like his what would it be, his grandmother, like I want to, like, you if you get what I'm saying, like a great grandparent. Like, what if that's what she is? Because we know that the ancestor fell in love with a mermaid. We know that for a fact. But what if his grandfather, the ancestor, fell in love with a mermaid and they had a baby? What if that baby is Helen? And thus she's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just thought about that. Like, what if Helen is related to them in that way? The ancestor had a baby with the mermaid, and then we get Helen. Because if that's true, that would also explain why Helen could be on. That would explain why, one, because I did notice this. I noticed this because I noticed they purposely. I don't know if they purposely did this with terms of camera, but if you notice all the mermaids we have seen so far, Ren, Donna, I think the male merman name is Levi. So we see them, their eyes is very distinct. They have these piercing, beautiful blue eyes. Helen, she's a mermaid, but her eyes are not blue. I just realized this. I don't know why I did not notice it before. Her eyes are not blue. They are of dark brown. So what if Ben's ancestor had a baby with that mermaid, and that baby is Helen, which is why she could last on land, why she could be on land as long as she can, because she's technically by default half human, and mermaids by default are basically half human. So what if her human half is stronger than her mermaid half? And second, that would also explain why she doesn't have the eye color. She don't have the blue eyes, because her eyes are brown. They're not blue. But another thing I did notice though, because they did kind of get a close up on Ben's mother's face, is his mama's eyes look very closely like Ren, Donna's, and Levi's mermaid eyes. They're very piercing blue. They're very bright, piercing. Not bright, but they're very similar to those mermaid blue eyes. So what if Ben's mom is in fact a mermaid? Just saying. And whatever accident she got into, maybe that's why she can't walk anymore, and that's why she's so, something happened to her. This is just theories I got in my head. It's like, oh my god, it's like, because now I'm just like thinking, like, wait, because we have, like, I think this was episode 7, I believe. Not 7. Yeah, but that's just like the theory I had in my mind, like, oh my god, like, that just came to me, like, what if that's it? Yeah, we got 2 more episodes left. This is on episode 8, being human. So, like, what if that's it? Because I just thought about that. Wait a minute. Because that doesn't make sense why Helen would come to her Ben's dad asking for money from a family trust. And she says we're practically family. So what if she's the product of the ancestor? Because that would make so much sense in terms of why she's on land. We know so for fact she's mermaid by what we saw in the previous episode. And it would also make sense of why her eyes are not blue. That makes perfect sense. Like, what? Like, if they reveal that within these 2 episodes, I would be so excited. Because it doesn't make sense for my other theories, like Xander, Matt, Ben, and Maddie. It doesn't make sense. But that Helen theory I have makes perfect sense. And Ben's mother, her eyes is just her eyes looking like that mermaid blue. I'm just saying, what if mom is also a mermaid? If so, Ben would be part mermaid, so that also probably may make sense in terms of Ben's, I guess you say, his love for the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Because he is a marine biologist. I'm saying his love for the ocean, it would make sense. Just saying. So theory side. So after the wait, Ben and Maddie realize that Ren is there, and they're like, "Ren, what are you doing here?" And she goes and basically tells Ben that, bitch, you kind of hurt my feelings calling me an animal predator. And she goes and explain how, mer people, deal with grief when they're dead. And she's like, I'm part animal, but I'm also part human. And so she's been trying trying to since she's been at this wake trying to talk to Xander. So she finally gets has Xander alone, and she's like, I'm sorry. And Xander's like, wait, what? So Ben, he's like, because he's confused, like, why this random woman saying, I'm sorry they hurt you? He's like, what are you talking about? And and so what Ben decides to do, which I thought was really stupid, of all times to tell him this, why would you tell him at a wake for the death of his daddy? You could have tell him when he's not in a moment of grief. That's just stupid to tell him this. So he ends up telling Xander that Bryn is a goddamn mermaid. Why would you tell him this while he's grieving? You don't tell people news like this when they're in a high emotional state. It's been freaking stupid. So of course Xander's mad, and was like, don't talk to me and stuff like this. And so I'm like, oh, you idiot, why would you say this? Oh, it's been stupid. So Maddie ends up taking Xander home because he's been drinking. And so she takes him home, and he wants to sleep on a North Star because by it is his ship now. And then this is also where we found out that apparently Xander and Maddie used to be a thing. So I'm like, okay, what's all this coming out? Okay, so y'all two obviously used to be a thing. Interesting. Ren, she goes back to the lab, and the sea, I believe it's a sea lion. Yeah, it's a sea lion. It comes up because normally when we see the sea lions, they're making these noises because they know a predator is nearby. So it's not making this noise anymore. It trusts Ren. So I'm like, oh, and it puts his head on her shoulder. I'm like, oh my god, that's so cute. Oh my god. And she just petted it. So Ben ends up finding her, and she tells Ben that it trusts her. And it's just, oh my god. I don't know what is with me and animals, but Ren is just so cute. I just can't help it. Oh my god, this is just so beautiful. She's petting the sea lion, and sea lion just chilling like, I trust you now. I'm not scared of you. I trust you. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. Oh, Ren. Oh my god. So Ben ends up talking to Ren a little bit, and for a second I thought they were gonna kiss again. I thought they were gonna kiss like. Now this kiss, I felt they was gonna kiss, and it kind of almost felt like slightly romantic, but yet it's gonna be a mistake because you're upset, you're grieving, you don't really So he ends up asking Ren to sing to him. So she ends up singing. I'm like, oh, she's comforting him with music. I can't take it. I can't take it. Oh my god, I love Ren. So all that aside. Oh, I'm sorry, that's my phone going off. So lastly, in terms of this episode, we have the mermaids. We see Donna, the male merman, and we see another female. They're swimming towards, Bristol Cove, and we see them at that dock that Donna slept in that night when she and the Bryn got into their fight. And, they're changed to human forms, and in that position, you could clearly tell that their physical difference in terms of merman is completely different. Like the merman looks like his merman look is more like he has like built on armor or something. That's how it looks to me. So they're on land. So obviously Donna then got her little renegade group. Like, we're gonna kill some humans today. I'm like, oh my god, Donna, I understand you're angry. Come on, Donna, you cannot think you're gonna kill every human being, right? Like, I understand you're upset, girl. But also, and that's pretty much that's what's gonna lead into the next episode. Because if you watch the promo, Xander, because he's grieving, he's running off emotions, and it did not help that Ben opens his stupid mouth and wants to tell somebody that at a wake that he's going after murderers now. He's gonna kill them. Donna, we already know she wants to kill humans, and Ren, that leaves her sister Ren in the freaking middle, poor baby. And Ben gonna try to probably prevent these two from killing each other. So I'm just like, oh my god, this is gonna be intense. Oh my god, because the last episode 10, is titled The Aftermath. So whatever happens in this next episode, it's gonna be a doozy. But anyway, this episode was just so sad and just so beautiful. I was like, oh my god, I love Red. Oh my god, I love her so much. Oh my god. yay, this is awesome. But anyway, that is pretty much all for Siren. Like, oh my god, I'm really hoping they get renewed for a second season, because right now I've been reading a lot of these renewed shows that have been renewed, shows that have been canceled, and so far two of my favorite shows have already been canceled, which I'm very upset about. So I'm hoping Siren gets renewed for a second season. I am hoping, I am praying, please, people. If wow, you please watch. If you have cable, watch Siren. If you have Hulu, watch Siren. I really want to see a second season for the show. I love the show. It's amazing. Oh my god. Again, comment, rate, subscribe. I will see you guys next time for episode 9 of Siren. Bye.